YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is City Skylines Strategy and Tactics, Episode 14, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's go with that. So when we last left our burgeoning and ever-growing city, we are still staring down this Times Square-shaped traffic problem. Although, you know what? It's not as bad. Yeah, there's still a bit of a backup here, and yeah, it still sucks that this is a light, when probably a roundabout would have done us a little bit better. But you know what? People are starting to use the different lanes here. It's not backing all the way up here, and I'm kind of glad I did not plug in these roads in here, because that would snarl things a little bit more. Yes, I know a building has burnt down. I'm getting to it, game. Unlike the firefighters who did not get to it. And yeah, our new replaced industrials are whining about workers, but that's par for the course. Since they are at the opposite end of the city, and also they're generally unskilled, they're kind of the lowest on the priority list for citizens who are looking for jobs. They want jobs that are closer, and they want jobs that are, well, more appropriate to their educational level. And, I mean, who could blame them? Okay, but hey, look at this. Look at this. Our new little residential zone is doing nicely. How's our traffic doing here? Speaking of traffic problems, hey, our roundabouts solved itself quite nicely. Our little central square here, the Lazarette Plaza, is doing just fine. I wonder if you connect walkways to all the different businesses here, if people will pedestrianize, yes, that's a word, their way to and from. Good question. All right. So let's see. Let's take a gander what our demand tree is looking like. We're still getting some more demand for offices, so it looks like all of Atlas Park has filled itself up. You guys are asking for probably more services. Yeah, that's what offices are always asking for. It's not so much the land value; it's the services. So what aren't we covering? We are not. I think I know our next purchase is healthcare. Yes. Oh, and you know what? We haven't built ourselves some death care here. Be good to get that in place. I know we have a couple of graveyards, and their capacity is fine. But getting some of these crematoriums going here will not only spread out the death care, but also I can empty out some of the graveyards into them. All right, come on, game. Get with the program. You're lucky I was going on a spiel there anyway. Okay, so who's lacking death care coverage, just in general? Oh, well, actually, I've got... all right, I already have a crematorium built up here. All right, well, fine, fair enough. Is this thing still emptying into our incinerators? 27% full. Yeah, that thing's been emptying for a couple of episodes now. But let's take a look at one of our graveyards and see how they are doing. Yeah, you're a third full, so why don't we just tell you to start emptying, just so we can start the incineration process. Alright, so yeah, I think my next goal is to get that hospital going so I can get my medical coverage up to par. Because, yeah, that one clinic, we're still sitting at that one poor clinic servicing the whole frickin' city. I mean, luckily, no one's really getting sick, and I'm actually kind of surprised at this. I mean, yes, if I were to build some residential zones, like right here, the people there would be going to the hospital constantly. You'd be a giant string of ambulances. It would be a nightmare. But, you know what? It's not, as long as you keep sensible, protections from your residents from pollution, it's really, health does not seem to be a humongous problem. Strangely enough. All right, we gotta do something to push down here to the coast here while we wait for that to build up. And since more residences is probably not going to be Well, actually, no, more residential zones would probably fit the bill here pretty well, I'd say. And I mean, this is just a single line here, so we could probably do with a just a line, a simple line here of. Or do we want another? Actually, it might even make sense to do another tree line 4-lane road here. Ooh, that's going to turn into an intersection with capital. Oh, hey, I could just go off of this roundabout here. There we go. That's better. Yay, roundabouts. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect use of my space. Actually, I'm gonna go for a little bit more efficient use of my space here. Let's get that curved road going, so we can get the back of it just hugging the back of this. Like so. Do I want to plug you into that? That just seems like a really bad idea. Like a really, really bad idea. But having all these guys plug into just this one roundabout, that also seems like a bad idea. So, you know what? We're going to go with bad idea number 1. And plug you into that. If that becomes too much of a nightmare, I'll probably wreck this area and turn it into a roundabout as well. Okay, yeah. And more dense residential, since we've got ourselves this going here. There we go. Now, yes, I know I have some more water here, but you know what? I could eventually just make this all water lines right here. We'll see if that works for us. Let's check our water. Speaking of water, all right, we got a little bit more piping to do here. You know, once I start getting some other places accessible by the sea, it might be a good place to get a shipyard going. Alright, well, we'll see how that does for us. Yeah, oh yeah, we gotta expand out Founders Falls down here to cover these. There we go. And you know, might as well just give them the seaside thing here, even though it's not developed yet. Garbage coverage, eh? Well, I've got the physical coverage, but I might not have the truck coverage, which means another incineration plant may be called for here. I could drop you right here. Although that is going to radiate pollution further than I'd like it to. You want to talk about sick residents? Although I could just expand out that. You know what? We're gonna have our little garbage munching sector over here. So we're going to expand that out, and then we are going to officify you, and you guys. You're all turning into offices, so you don't have to breathe in those lovely fumes. So I don't have a conga line of cars being sent to the hospital. That should also cause this landfill to empty itself faster. And then once that's emptier faster, it should send out more trucks to help us deal with this garbage problem here. Yeah, I know you all abandoned, blah, blah, blah. Now, hopefully this new crop of residents flowing into the city will reawaken the demand there. Alright, now Steel Canyon. You know what? I'm feeling pretty good here. But the question becomes, do I want to unveil my new zone build Yes, coming along on the heels of this one, I'm thinking of whipping out one of my new zone builds, although it's not really that feasible unless I just plow my highway connection right through here. But I'm not too sure I want to do that. Not too sure I want to... Although, I mean, I'd have the room for it. The question is, would I have the money for it? That would be a very valid question. Try a modified version of it. It's usually supposed to plug right into a highway, but I could try. You know what? All right, fine. We're going to try a modified version of my Weeping Willow zone. You will see alongside this video, you'll see today the Weeping Willow zone proper. But normally, I advocate you plug the Weeping Willow zone into a highway connection for optimal thing here. So we're going to experiment on our brand new zone without even showing you the proper way to do it first. Well, the other video will show you the proper way. But today we're going to do the experimental way. Well, actually, that being said, we're probably going to want to... Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to make a Weeping Willow zone until I get my metros set up. Because those Weeping Willow zones really want metro stations, like, badly. What's your problem? And value. And value, but you're next to this, like, super-duper plaza. And you got shoppers and customers over here. I don't get it. Yeah, no, I think the Weeping Willow does need the highway connection, and we're not going to get that until we buy this section. We're not buying this section until I finish this section. So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Although, we could use some of the Weeping Willow principles, see if they work out in that fashion. All right, you know, let's do that. Let's try out some Weeping Willow principles here. So the idea is you have a central gathering point for traffic, and then you split it off to the left and to the right. It's sort of like the coffee filter zone, but not quite as literal, because we're not necessarily splitting off truck and car traffic, because this is going to be for a commercial sector, because that's currently what's in demand. Yes, 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 wine, wine, wine. Well, hey, our offices recovered themselves quite nicely. How are you doing? Yeah, you're getting your garbage reserves up nice and fast. You're emptying, hopefully nice and fast. Let's see. Huh. For some reason, it's... I would think it would be sending its garbage reserves to this incinerator now that it's nice and close. Oh, well. These residences don't seem to be causing too much in the way of traffic problems, which is good. I realize I have not included them in my skyways, but I do want to get those highways, those metros linked up before I start worrying too much on that. Ooh, more people whining about land value. Why are you whining about land value? It's not like that pollution's getting to you at this point. At least I don't think it is. Alright, we're going to do it here. Alright, let's make some more money so that we can give a proper introduction to our hospital here. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice central spine here of commercial zones, and one good spine deserves another. What I might do is sort of like let's draw you out. Actually, I'm liking this little mini network here because you guys aren't really suffering too badly for traffic anyway. Actually, this over here is a bit of a wasted potential. So why don't we tap into it? I say we shall. Oops. Oh, there. You know, I could make this as sort of a divergent way to go for people going down this way. Yeah, why don't I? Plug you into here. That way, if you want to take a shortcut down to this road, you don't even have to take the other one. And then let's get some commercial zones flowing here. Excellent. Alright, industry demand is back up. So yeah, it looks like see a lot of people have these mods that you know, auto bulldoze zones on abandonment, and yeah, I mean, there's nothing harmful in doing that, but abandonment just tells you that you've overdone something a little bit, or you've done something a little bit wrong. What's going on here? Is this? Did I make a traffic light here? Oh yes, I did. Okay then. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. We are not making another traffic light to that poor road. So that's not going to do anybody any favors. Woo! Grand City and a solar power plant. Nice. Alright, solar power plant. Let's take a look-see at you. 100 grand. 1,500 a week makes 160, and it's clean energy. And it's also clean energy that won't destroy the city in a gigantic flood if done improperly. So I might make use of one of those. But since we have some cash monies, and we've been gaining a very appreciable amount of money here, let us tend to the medical needs of our citizens. Alright, so here is our little rinky-dink medical center. Our little medical clinic. It's so cute. That's going to get shuffled way the heck over here. Like so. Alright, medical hospital, 81. If I put you right here, wow, you are a biggin. You're a biggin, but your coverage is a biggin as well, so worth the cost of admission. Bada boom! Big happy. Alright. Oh, and I'm hearing Price is Right. Where's the Price is Right? Which it's the office park. Is it the office park that's Price is Writing? Oh boy, it's Steel Canyon's exploding. Oh man, people like them. See, that's the funny thing. Like, the hospitals rarely get used, but the medical coverage that they provide is what makes people happy, even if nobody actually goes to the doctor. So just building that beast is just causing so many freaking upgrades. Many upgrades! Now handle them! Okay. That is one big-ass hospital. Now, did I build you up against the road properly, or did I leave a line of zones there? Alright, good. I built you up against the road. Perfect! Alright, so now everyone should have some good, healthy medical coverage. Now, what kind of levels did that launch us? Alright, yeah, level 2 offices. Excellent. Alright, so let's let the economy stabilize here a little bit. Yeah, more leveling up over here means fewer jobs for over here, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so we've got ourselves the higher tier. We're probably having a death wave here. Yep, some corpse is stinking up the Neptune Media Store. Yeah, you get these death waves. I think I went over the whole death waves concept in a previous. Oh wow, you guys are starting to get the ringy dingies as well. And look at our money here. We're already back up to 76K. We can start throwing our weight around here a little bit more aggressively. So I think that is what we will do. This is still a problem. Still a problem. See, it's this little... Alright, you know what? Yeah, this is where we need a roundabout. No bones about it. I was hoping to preserve the look of my original downtown and also my coffee filter zone here, but we need a roundabout. No bones about it. It's probably going to be an ugly one, too. But we got to do it. Yeah, just right here is where it needs to be. It needs to be a thick one too. 6-laner. We'll spring for the. And yeah, we're gonna have to smash that road up. Yeah, you guys are happy now. You're not gonna be so happy when I. All right, so go over here. So, like so, out to one, over to that side, boom, and then we will crush the corpse over here, like so. Okay, you get plugged into here. Oh yeah, we can go back to straight roading here. You get plugged into here. You get plugged in with a unidirectional one. Oh boy. You're going to be fussy, aren't you? Oh no, you're not. Okay, good. You get plugged into here. You get unidirectionally plugged into here, and I'll give you the fancy one. You're already plugged in. And yeah. Did we? I don't think we destroyed too much of our skyway here. Now, do we want to plug in? Well, hang on. I'm going to see if plugging these roads in causes stoplights. It does. It does cause stoplights, even in a roundabout. You're not supposed to have stoplights in a roundabout, so F that. You guys are staying where you are. You can come right up to the roundabout. I can have it close enough to where you're touching, so pedestrians can get back and forth here. And yeah, we're gonna make you all commercial. All commercial. All the time. We gotta put something nifty in the middle here. Let's see, let's go digging in my unique buildings here. Fountain of Life and Death. Hey, that fits nicely. And the noise ring actually fits perfectly as well. I just need to build a road for some silly reason. Very well. Well, we'll see what that support road does, and if not, I can just cut it off. That might be a thing. There we go. Lots of happiness. Now, can I cut the road off? I can cut the road off. Can I just cut this off entirely? Well, no. I want. Yes, I can. I do want pedestrians to get to it, and heck, we'll add it to our pedestrian path network here. Oop. Get you over here. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Print it. And we'll connect you over here just in case we have some pedestrians that want to walk over here. Well, that smushed some of the commercial zones. Alright, let's load you up with commercial zones here. Cross our fingers. Actually, you deserve to be industrial over here, and you're industrial because you're going to turn into a thing here. And you... Yeah, no, you're going to be commercial zones. And the traffic's like, oh, what the heck? Whatever happened to that dead person. Jeez, everybody's trying to get to that lane. This may not be working the way I want it to. Alright, let's up the capacity to some of these other roads here. And might as well up the scenic quality of these as well. Well, not quite the vast improvement I was looking for, but it's working. It's working. It is existing on a functional level. And also we're probably getting, by the sounds of it, some good dinging from putting that unique building there in the center. I like the whole put a unique building in the center of your roundabouts here. It seems to be working well for us. Pardon my dog. Okay. And we're back up to 50k. Oops, got a burned out building here. Alright, let's take a look at our some of our stuff here. Electricity. Oh, we're going to need some electricity. So I think the next wisest thing for us to do is to save up the 100k and try our luck with the solar panel. Or if things get a little bit, if I start seeing brownouts, I might just drop another of the high-tech wind ones over here. Because, yeah, actually a solar plant, solar plants generate noise. What the heck was that, Mr. Bus? The heck did you just, kip off? Oh, no, you just made a Huey. I was about to say, it looked like you just launched yourself off the exit ramp onto the nearby residential line. My eyes are playing tricks on me. Alright. Alright, traffic's moving appreciably, and the guys that are, the ones that are wanting to move to another direction are taking the inside loop here, so it's not horrifically backed up, but we still have the A to B problem here, where people going from up here want to get overwhelmingly down here. So I think once we take care of our power problem in our next episode, we are going to tap into metros. Because metros, along with skyways, really, really enhances the thing. And heck, I might even scrap buses depending on how extensive I make my metro thing. That being said, metros are expensive. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the costs. But that will be tackled next episode. So if you like this episode, want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstars, signing out. See ya.